Guys, getting this video to you a little bit late today. A lot's been going on. I've been under the weather, coming down with a bit of something, a little flu or something, and you know, I knew it was going to be coming because I was working into the late night hours a lot the last 2 weeks and getting very little sleep. I was on such a high, and even though the thought kept coming that you need to get your proper rest, if you don't, you're going to weaken your immune system, I just kept going because I was on such a high and there was so much to do. And we do that sometimes. We put off ourselves because of things that have to be done. And, you know, that's one of my patterns. That's one of the things that I have battled with my whole life. And I think we all have certain patterns that continually will pop up that we have to discipline ourselves for. And my workaholic pattern is one of those things. It's especially difficult now because I love what I do so much. I really just have this passion and joy for serving and for putting out loving information and for creating connection amongst people. And I find, you know, that it is really a disciplinary action to not go into doing that too much, even though it gives me a high and even though it lifts me up as much as it lifts others. I find that I do get into that pattern where I stay up and I don't take care of myself in the way that I do. And one of the big lessons in our life is that of self-love and self-care. And I fully admit that my behavior, my actions in the last 2 weeks were both loving and unloving. They were loving in the sense that I was really wanting to give myself and devote myself to everything that was being created, yet it was unloving to my body. And it's so easy to think that we are just one unit of a body, but we don't understand sometimes that we are a whole universe in ourselves. And each cell that we carry in our body has its own soul. Every organ has its own soul. And so we are in care of this entire body organism and all of the souls that it inhabits, including the collective soul that this body inhabits. And so I dishonored all of the other smaller cellular souls of my own by working them too hard, and I apologize to myself for that, but felt like that was an important message to bring to you today. And so often in life things come up where you really want to do things for other people and you have to, and part of the reason I'm so late in getting this to you today is my sweet son Sage, who's 11. He modeled in his first fashion show today. An agency called him and asked him if he'd like to do a runway fashion show at a local mall, and he got so excited about that. It was something new for him, unknown, and it kind of invigorated him to do something that was very, very different than what he typically does. So I was the proud mommy and wanted to go watch him, even with all my coughing and my sniffling, and as bad as my body felt, my spirit and my mommy heart really wanted to see him, and he was absolutely precious in it. He just was so sweet and was endearing and laughable at the same time. And so he had an amazing day, built his confidence. You could see the full-out passion in his eyes and the joy in his face as he was doing something so new and unknown and had discovered a new part of himself. And I was the proud mommy, being able to watch my son endeavor into something truly different. And on the ride back, I just was enjoying that, but also feeling how much I was really not allowing my body to rest. So I couldn't let the day pass without saying I love you, and I'm here, and I'm thinking of you, and now I'm going to think about myself and crawl into bed and get under the covers and get in a dark room and not come out for a while. So you may not get tomorrow's video until tomorrow night after I've decided to emerge from the sweet slumber in the darkness that I plan to fall into right in this moment. In love, of love, and with love. Oh, by the way, today starts the 10-day countdown for my book release, Conversations with the Universe, and that is just amazing to me. So despite how I feel physically in this moment, my spirit is still soaring at what is taking place. So now's the final countdown, 10 days. Here we go. In love, of love, and with love. I'm Simran. Be well.